Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Thursday on Friday. Sorry about yesterday guys, but I had an eye specialist appointment and I still wasn't seeing very well last night, so I figured I'd better swap it over because there's nothing worse than not being able to see what you're doing, especially when I had a lot of drops put in my eyes yesterday. My pupils were so big, oh my god. But a lot better today and seeing a lot better today, so that's a good thing. Okay, so we're on for 10-minute chat time before we start at 7, and I thought I'd keep it going even though it's Friday, and I'm not sure if anyone will come on or not, but if not, that's okay. Tonight we're doing, we're using the stamp set Help Me Grow. Hi Mary, how are you? Good to see you. Come on. I love this stamp set. It's Help Me Grow stamp set is a really lovely one. It's to do with gardening, flowers, pot plants, tools, and you can use up so many scraps with your dies. So I thought, well, my scrap bin's starting to get a bit full again. I better do another scrap card so that I can share that with you. So if you come on, don't forget to say hello, where you're from, and what country you're from, because we have a lot of people come on from all different parts of the world, so which is really great. So what have you been doing today? What's everyone been up to? I have been busy. Having people call in, pick up some kits. I've had which I want to give a little message about that. So anyone that's picked up their post-out kit for April, I just noticed earlier this morning that I have put, or yesterday I think it was, yesterday morning, when we're not actually on Thursday, we're on Friday, I have got I've put Saturday, the 12th of April, under the class schedule, and it should be Sunday. So the events are held on Sunday, except for the Friday one, which is held on Friday the 17th. And that's taking place of our 5th of April because we've got Easter. Hi Avril, good to see you on. So yeah, so if you're in that post out one for April, May, yeah, you'll realise that I've got the wrong day. Don't ask me how I did that. When I'm typing things up sometimes I don't even realise that I've made a mistake, and I proofread them and I still do them wrong. It doesn't matter. So don't forget, we will be doing our raffle ticket for that in our May post out. So you would have got a extra ticket in your April one, and you'll get an extra ticket in your May one. So you get 2 chances of going into, hi Jacinta, you have 2 chooses, hi Janice, you have 2 chances of going into the Glass Match Studio, which is amazing. Okay, it's really, really good. We are having a few minutes on chat time before we get started, just so everyone can get online. So don't go away. We've got lots to do tonight. We're using scraps. We're using Help Me Grow. Tell me, hi Robin, tell me in the comments, what's everyone been up to today? Have you had an exciting day? It has been really cold here in Victoria, especially here in Warragul. And I think it's been cold everywhere because we have got snow out in the snowfields. 2 months earlier than what they should be, but they're already snowing. I bet you're not sitting in the spa tonight, Robbie. I think it'd be a bit cold. Making soup, well, that sounds really nice because that's the type of weather at the moment we're having, isn't it, soup? It's a bit like that. I had curried sausages for tea tonight and they just went down really lovely. I love the curried sausages with the mashed potato and pumpkin. I love that. Oh, maybe it is the cold weather. I know the cold weather upsets my bones and my hands as well, where they're still not right. So that's probably right, Avril. Cold weather can affect your body parts really bad. Today is the first day we've had the heater going for a long time. No curry. Oh, absolutely beautiful this one was. But very, very mild. I can't have anything really hot. Did you get your cup of tea? Did everyone bring their cup of tea with them? Just means that we're finishing off our meal, doesn't it, when you have your cup of tea, which is really nice. Now, on Saturday we had, I've got a few changes happening this week. It's just been a little bit hard with all the petrol prices and everything. Aha, you've been busy doing cards. Yep, I understand that. I understand. If you actually saw my desk at the moment, you'd go, "Oh, where are you working?" I'm working in the space of my glass mat tonight. I have got blenders out. I have got stamps out. I've got designing for April's Fun Fold post out ones. So I have got stuff everywhere. I've also got my phone plugged in because it went flat. Yeah, so lots happening. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. Yeah, later. Cup of for you, Avril. That's fair enough. So let me just explain about if anyone comes on here that is doing my class tomorrow, which was my in-home class, but we took a vote because a lot of people were travelling, some people 3 hours to my class, and with petrol at the moment, they decided, maybe not, maybe we better save our petrol, so which is fair enough. So we took a bit of a vote and we voted on me doing it online tomorrow, and everyone's going to sit in the comfort of their own home and do it. But we're going to do it at the same time at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Now, I know the girls that have booked in will have their kits. Some of them won't have their kits straight away because they're not picking them up, but they will pick them up and you'll be able to watch the replay. That's not a problem. But we're using the mixed flowers and the sketched butterflies stamp sets. So that was one of the questions I was asked. So, and we're using blenders, and we're also using our chalk. We'll need an embossing tool, which will either be with your scorer or your pick tool. And we're also using chalks and glycerine to show you how to do that and how to actually apply vellum to cardstock without seeing the glue. Okay, that's for Saturday. So I will put up another little message later to remind everyone. So I hope you've all been having a fantastic day because it's been a bit cold. Probably not everywhere, but definitely here, and it's been very windy in a lot of places. I'm just looking to see if I've got any more notes that I've written myself. I have notes written everywhere. So don't forget on to book into the May Post Out Fun Fold card class. If you haven't done April, you'll only receive the one ticket. If you've done April and May, you'll get 2 tickets into that glass mat studio. Some lucky person's going to win it for Mother's Day, and that will be drawn on Sunday, the 3rd of May. So that'll be really lovely. Someone's going to love this glass mat studio. And if you've got one, don't worry about that because I've got you covered. Okay, I've got you covered. If you've already got one, you can actually take it out towards products to the amount of the glass mat studio. So it's a win-win. All right, so we're getting close to 7 o'clock and I think we'll get started. So let's come down to my workbench. Let's hope I've given out all the notes that I needed. Thank you for chatting with me. I'm glad you've all had reasonable days today. Now this is the Help Me Grow, and this is one of the stamp sets I am going to be using in May, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this one, and the dies. Now the one thing I wanted to share with you tonight was the smaller dies, these ones here. You can see that fits in there, that's a smaller one. That one's just if you're going to use die cutting on scrap paper like I am tonight, I'm just using dies. But this one here actually goes around your stamped image. So all your big ones go around your stamped image. Okay, so you've got lots of big ones in here as well that will go around those stamped images. Okay, so this is a really great set. So this one we're using for our May post out, and we're also using this month, March, product of the month stamp set. It's quite cute and it works beautifully with some of the cards that I want to make. So I dug through my scrap bin and I mean I dug, because I knew I had some silver in there somewhere, but it took me a while to find it. But if you line this up, I don't know if I'll get this way, no, but I'll get a couple out this way. So silver for our shovel is what I've gone with, and then I sort of went crumb cake here for the handle, and then this one, this was a textured DSP paper. There was only this little square left, but how perfect is this texture on this side for the pot plant? I love that. So we can get probably a few out of there. So let me just put these here so you can sort of see what I'm using my scraps for. And then I had some green, and I like this, the softer green here, because this is the soft sea foam. When I'm doing my leaves, because you can always colour in or blend or actually add some more darkness into that. So we've got sort of like the flowers. I think also we'll put the saucer for the pot on here. And then I looked at this and I thought, well, I can either have pink flowers, and you get two lots of these little flowers, and I thought, well, I can have some pink flowers on the leaves, or I could go with the yellow. So I sort of thought, probably go with the pink, I think. Do you girls think? Designer series paper? Hi, Susan. Or do you think the pink? Like, you could come in with this yellow with a tinge. You could even come in like with a little bit of different colours. You could even come in over the pink here. I think it looked quite pretty. So do you reckon we should go with just the normal pink, straight pink? This is Bubble Bath. Or do you think we should bring the flowers in on some of this designer series paper? I'm not sure yet. Put down what you think. DSP paper, who said that? Thank you, Suzanne. And then I had, so in my scrap ones, I also sometimes have some cards that I cut out at one stage and thought, okay, I cut out too many, but I'm going to go with this garden green one because it's for, and I think I'll go with the white background on this as well, which we could use an embossing folder on, or we could do some blending on. So let's see how we go. So we're going to need the die cutting machine first. Let's cut our pieces out with the die cutting machine. Don't you love, I think, what I should be saying is, don't you just love using up scraps? Because I tell you what, when you use up your scraps, it feels good. And my scrap bin's starting to get full again, and I don't want it to get full this year. I want to use it, so I decided I'm going to be having scrap nights every now and then, like using our scrap papers and and that up. And that's what tonight's all about, using our scrap papers, because I really like the idea of using them up. Okay, so I've got my silver down, and I'm going to run through. I've just got to work out which way to run it, but I'm not going to hit the camera. Come through. Okay, so we've got our shovel. We did have our shovel. Oh, that's turned out really lovely. I like that. Look at that. Very clean shovel. It's got no dirt on it yet. That's all right. So we've got that one. And I'm just going to stick these back into my dies over here when I've used them. Now we've got the pot plant and the saucer. Now I'm going to go this side because you could go the blue if you want to, but I think I'm going more natural tonight. So I'm going with that one and the saucer, or the little bowl that the pot plant goes in. Now I haven't actually used these dies yet. This is the first time I think I've used these dies. I think I've used the one with the stamps, but not the dies like this. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, put that one back wherever it went. Do you ever put them back ever the same? Never. That looks interesting because there's nothing in there, but look at that. We've got our little bowl and our little pot plant, and that's going to go in like that. How gorgeous is that? Oh, I actually like that. Very pretty. So they can go there. That bit can go back over there. Might even do a few more. Since I donate all my cards to the local hospital in their chemo room, you can always go up there and purchase one. You'll be helping cancer. The ladies up there can use the money for morning teas or for wigs or whatever they decide they want to use it for. So, and I take up a lot of cards every now and then. I take up lots and lots of cards. Oh, that one's nice too. That's the handle. So if you're ever up at the Warrigal Hospital, you can always, they're there on a Wednesday in the chemo room. Okay, so we've done our little handle. I better put my handle back over here. Okay, now we've got our leaves. Now, I don't know whether I need 2 lots of leaves or 1. So I might run 2 through right now, just because I'm not too sure whether I want double off to make it a bit fuller for my pot plant. I'm not sure. So we'll go with this one. Take this out. Okay, one there. How gorgeous are they? They look beautiful. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you have any questions at any time, please don't forget to put them in the comments. I will come back. And look, I have had ladies say to me, I don't like writing in the comments, and especially new people because they get a little bit shy. That's fine. Just text me or message me your comments. I will answer them. If it's something I need to show you, I will show, but I won't mention your name. I'll just say that I'm sharing such and such. So, yeah, I won't share your name because I know there's so much that goes on today. So that's okay. All right, let's go with doing a couple of pink flowers and then we'll do a couple of the other flowers and we'll work out which way we want to go. Well, who knows, we might add a few of each. We never know. I'm going to go with the pink first, the bubble bath. Cool, so you get 3 little flowers and 3 little flowers. Okay, they're little, but that's okay. We will go with them. Okay, let me just put them down there for a minute. I'm just trying to get the flower out at the moment. It just, my pick tool's way up the other end, of course. I'm just going to grab my scissors and poke a little hole in the centre because that will help lift it away. And it did. It fell out straight away. The same with that one. Okay, so we got the yellow here from the Designer Series paper. So let's just line this one up now. I'm going to line this up with that on there because that looks like a leaf. That looks like a bit of a leaf. And that looks like a bit of a leaf. Okay, let's see how we go with that. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, let's move these out of the way. Oh, quite interesting, different colours. Might have needed to go completely on the yellow, I'm not sure. That one's a good yellow one. Okay, we'll move this out of the way for the moment. Oh. Okay, so we've got all our little pieces here. We've got our little shovel. We've got some little flowers. I'm just going to grab my scissors and poke this. Got a yellow one there. Got a little green leaf there. That worked out good. Okay, let's just put these back over here so we don't lose them. Okay, so now we've got our background here. So let's see how we're going to go with this. This slides into there. So when you're putting on, I'll keep this plain so you can sort of see, okay? We can always add some blending a bit later. So when you're doing this, this is going to be sliding down into there. Okay, so you can put it on first so that when you're putting your glue on, or your dimensions on, whichever way you want to go, I'm going to use glue, you're not going to glue it up in the spot that you need to. Okay, so let's just grab our glue. So I'm just going to work out where I want that. That looks pretty awesome. So I'm just going to add some glue. Must have been working too hard today because my glue is pretty well getting to the end, I think. Oh, isn't that always the way? Now, you're going to have to also be a little bit mindful because we're going to also stick our leaves in here. Okay, so we need them in there. Do we want one lot or do we want the two? I'm sort of thinking two to make it a little bit fuller. Okay. Now, I haven't used dimensions tonight, but you can use dimensions, okay? Yeah, I like the fullness of the leaves. Okay, I'm just going to grab that glue off my hand. Now, you always need something to put on underneath when you're doing this. So we might do a bit of colouring or something on there, I'm not sure yet. But this one's going to come down. I think we might put our shovel sort of a little bit, it's a very big shovel, into this sort of effect. It's a very big shovel. That's all right. Bit of glue on here to start off with. And we're going to bring this onto here. Okay. I'm not sure if it's meant to go right to the bottom. Let's see. Probably. Though you do have a bit of a neck on a... Oh, I'll put it right to the bottom. I'm not too sure. I haven't actually made this one before, so I'm not too sure. Let's do it to the bottom this time. We can always change it next time. Ah, I think this has got a split in it too. Oh, it has. It's got a split in it. Oh, I didn't see that. A split in it where you can actually push that up into it. Oh, well, there you go. So it has got a little split in here, okay, that you can actually put that into. Gorgeous little shovel there. Okay, so if you want to highlight some of this, you can come in with some of your blends. Okay, so I've got some blends here, and I'm going to go with, oh, that's not the same colour. I thought I had the same colour here. Let me see what green have I got. Soft sea foam. Okay. I'm just going to grab it. That's not it, is it? No. Okay, let me just grab it. Okay, this one's soft sea foam. So you can come in with your light one or your dark one. I'm going to come in with the light first because I don't want it to come in too dark. And you've got to be mindful that when you actually use your blends, that it doesn't go right through. So just very lightly come in and add a little bit of colour onto them. You don't have to do them on all of them if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. It just highlights it a little bit. You can take them out because I haven't got them stuck in there properly. Okay, so like I said, I haven't got them stuck in there properly. So you can take them out and do them this way. So you do them first. Now you can curve these ones too because they're ones that you can sort of curve. They've got a little bit of a line on them, so you could curve them as well. I love that idea, but you'd have to be very mindful that you don't oh lid, Teresa, don't break them when you're doing that curling. So when you use your bone folder, you might want to just curl it a little bit. And you might want to just curl it a little bit, just using your thumb and your bone folder. Okay, just be very mindful that they can rip very easy off this little stem. So it just gives it a little bit more character. Okay, so turning them around. And then you can grab your little dimensions. Where's my baby dimensions? We always say, where is everything? Because everything's on there until you go to use it. Here they are. So I'm just going to put some little ones on here. Not on everyone, but just enough to hold it into that pot. So I've sort of picked the 3 bigger leads on this because you want it to look like it's a leafy thing, not stuck to the page. Okay. And then you're going to go down in through there and you're going to stick those 3 down. And then you're going to come in and you can curve these ones too. It just gives it a little bit more character. And you can do it even on an angle a bit. Just however you see fit to do your own. And a little bit there. Okay, and then your tiny little ones again, just on 3 of them. Okay, take the backs off. Who's got this stamp set? Tell me, have you got the stamp set Help Me Grow? Have you got this in your stash at home? Just tell me if you have, because it's a beautiful one. So this one, I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. Okay, I need to go in this way. Need to go in here. I've just stuck this one down. Okay, be careful when you stick one down if you've got to stick another one through the back. That's why I'm not sticking them all yet. There you go. That's better. Now I can get that one stuck down, that one stuck down, that one stuck down. And you can sort of see, you can get your leaves how you want them then. Really pretty. You can even add some more colour to it if you want to. You can highlight it, make it more colourful if you want to. You can add a bit more green to them. So you can come in with a little bit of the dark as well and just sort of highlight a little bit more if you want to. And you can just dress them up a little bit. It's entirely up to you what you do. But you don't want to do the whole lot. You want to just, you know, dress them up just a little bit. Just so that you get that light dark. Okay, so you can just come through, you can just do a little bit on that one, a little bit on that one, and a little bit more on that one. Okay, so you can sort of see, you can dress them up a little bit, as much or as little as you want to make them look a little bit more the way you want it. You can also, if you've got a dimension on it, just be very gentle if you're going to lift it up and you want to change it into a different spot. You can just come in and change it into a different spot if you want to. Just be a little bit careful when you're doing that so you don't rip your paper. Okay, so now you've got these little flowers. Tiny little flowers. So I'm going to get my little, this is a little coaster, and anyone that has got the vellum class, booked into the vellum class, you've got one of these, because this helps you emboss your flowers out. And I'm just going to grab my stylus out of my scoreboard, but you can use it out of your pick tool if you've got that too. And you'll sort of see if you come through, the flowers have sort of got little cuts in them that you can actually make them stand up. I don't know if you can sort of see, but you can see that the flowers are going to stand up, the petals are going to stand up. So you can go around and do that on these with your little pick tool. And you'll get these little flowers standing up. The other thing too is that you can sort of come in and emboss the center a little bit, and you'll see these little bits stand up. I'll hold it up for you in just 1 minute. I don't know if you can really see, but you can sort of see that you can do that. So then you can actually come in with your bubble bath. this bubble bath? That's Flirty Flamingo. Bubble bath. Okay, you can come in with your bubble bath and you can just highlight some of these little bits that are going to stick up so that they sort of stand out a little bit. And we can just use a little dimension at the back. We can just add some of these amongst the leaves here. Okay, so you can just add a little bit in amongst the leaves here. So you've got a couple of bigger ones and a couple of smaller ones. We're just going to put 3 on ours, so just going to colour the 3. I'm going to do a little one here and these 2 little ones. So is anyone doing anything exciting tonight after we're finished? Tell me in the comments, what are you doing? Are you watching a movie or going out, having visitors, going to bed, reading a book, watching grandkids? What are all the things that we do of a Friday night? Share it in the comments. Okay, so you can get this and you can turn it over to the back and you can just poke these little ones out a little bit and put your little one over it, little dimension. And we're just going to curve this a little bit, the flower, so that these poke out a little bit. One in there, and the same with this one here. Grab your little tool, just poke out these little bits that come out on the flower. Bit fiddly, that's okay. It's stuck to my thumb. So you can put them around wherever you want. You can have a couple there, or you can come in under here. I'm just going to have the 3. 1, 2, 3 for the moment. Just like that. Then I'm going to bring in my shovel. But before we do, we're going to put it onto the card because that gives you an indication how far your shovel can come out to. Now, this is very plain tonight, a lot plainer than what I normally do. And I probably would do a lot different if I had a lot more time. But I haven't used the dies on this one before, so I was sort of having a little look. Now, the other thing that you want to do is grab your little black marker, your little black blender pen. It's here somewhere. There it is. Little black one. And just come in, do a little dot in the middle of your flowers. It just makes them pop out a little bit more. And then what we would do too is we have some brown here somewhere, and we had some crumb cake. Where's our crumb cake? I do have some crumb cake. Did you see where I put it? It's probably right in front of me. I cut out the handle with the crumb cake, didn't I? So it's got to be in here. Which it isn't, of course. Where did I put it? I must have put it in the little box over here, maybe. I'm not sure where I put it. Okay, we'll just use this. No, we won't, because it's the same colour as that. Same colour as our pot. Okay, another scrap. Another scrap. We want a scrap of crumb cake. Where did I put that crumb cake? Okay, I'm going to go and get another piece of crumb cake. Just hang on 1 minute. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a ripping effect here. And we're going to come in with our blending brush. Okay guys, let's dress this up a little bit. It's too plain. What do you think? Too plain? Crumb cake. Pecan pie. Crumb cake. Okay, now I could have done it with the other paper, but I didn't want to because I think it makes a nice pot, and I could probably do another pot out of that paper. So I thought the crumb cake already had sort of like a little ripping effect through it, so I thought I'd go with that. And we're going to come up with this. And you can sort of see how you've sort of got that looking like now that it's sitting on something, not just in the middle of nowhere. You look like you've got something happening there with your pot. So it brightens it up a little bit just by adding that little bit of ripping and doing a little bit of embossing. You don't have to do it very hard and you don't have to do very much, but you can just come in very lightly with your brown in here. Okay, so we've got that happening. And if you want to bring something up in the sky area, you can do that too, if you want to do that as well. Oh my God. So have I got, no blue here tonight. I'll just grab it. Grab some Barney blue, or whatever blue you have. Now we're going to use the other side of the rip. So we're going to come in a little bit like this. Come in with our blue. And we're just going to come in very softly, very soft. Just a tinge of blue. Backwards and forwards, and you get that nice softness on your card. We could go a little bit darker, I suppose, just a little bit light. Okay, let's go just a little bit more. Doesn't matter if you come down a fraction, just come down a little bit if you want to, and come back over the top of what you've done. And you get that beautiful sky look there. So it just takes the plainness away from the card. When you do that, you sort of look, doesn't look like a pot's just stuck on there. You actually have made it look a little bit more lovely. And add some glue on there for some reason, Teresa. So we could always have a little flower that's just fallen off there if we want to. I don't know why that is there, but it just is. So when you have something on there that you don't want on there, you can always just bring in a little bit of making sure that you change it a little bit. So we're just going to go in with a little bit of black, make it pop, and I don't know how I did that, but anyhow, this is going to go sort of like this into there. That covers up that glue spot. Don't ask me how I got a glue spot on there, but I did. And then we're going to bring in our little shovel up here. So I'm sort of, yeah, I think that was sitting there really well. So we're just going to bring in some little dimensions, one there and one on our handle here. Got to take the backs off. Take the back off. I broke my nail tonight. You know when you're doing something you stab it? I broke that one and then I broke that one. So it doesn't help very much when you break them. And then you can add some words if you want to on the front as well. I'm just feeling my bench. I think I've got some glue on there somewhere. So I've got to be very mindful of that. Add some designer's white paper in the inside. Oh my God. In there for our mat. Make sure that you line him up between the score line and the outer edge. Then you can add some words if you want to, and on here, this is one of my favourite ones that's got lovely words. So I'm just going to have a look and see what the words were in this one, because it's in the stamp. It'll be in the stamp. Oh no, I don't think it's got, oh yes it has. It's got, love you a bunch. You help me grow. Good luck, thanks. Sometimes you see something like that and it's not what you really want for the front. So you can always go with a different stamp set and put something else on the inside. Okay? But I'm just going to leave it tonight. Let's come up. Althea, how are you? Tanya, hello. I'm glad you're all popped on. Have a look at this. It does look gorgeous when you do that little bit of blending at the back. Just add a little bit of black into your flowers, makes them pop. So that's really good. It's another great little tip. Look at that silver paper. Oh my God, it looks like that shovel's ready to shovel a lot of dirt. Highlighting just your leaves a little bit. Thanks for the love hearts, I love that. Just highlighting your leaves a little bit. You can sort of see you can do a really lovely little card with it, just with your scraps. Oh my God, I love using my scraps. Thank you for being patient. Sorry about last night, guys. Bit hard when you have eye drops in all day yesterday and my eyes were just like, my pupils I reckon were this big last night. So they were huge. But they have come down today, which is really good. So God bless you all, and I'll see those ones that are doing their vellum class on Saturday. Saturday at 2 o'clock. The ones that are doing the fun fold, that starts, what did I say it starts on? It starts on Sunday the 12th of April. Sunday the 12th of April, because we've got Easter on that first one. Okay, so we won't be doing it on Easter Sunday. Okay, God bless you all, and I'll see you all very soon. I hope you enjoyed making a little card with your scraps. Bye for now.